What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the RCGP race recaps. That's what we're going to call it from now on. So here we are. We're going to review the second 15-minute race of the Philippine race, the first ever RCGP race. And joining me is, who has joined me in the other two races, is the 2016 world champion and two-time European champion, Nitro Buggy European champion, David Ronnefalk. What's up, David? How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, third time, and I'm enjoying it.
Yes, thank you for your time. And joining me, who was a part of this race and also a big supporter of RCGP from the inception, joining us from Spain, is three-time European champion and 2012 world champion, Robert Batlle. What's up, Robert?
Hello, yeah, everything more or less good here.
Yes. Things aren't too good in Spain, but I'm glad to see you're doing fine. You just had a viral video go viral here the other day, you taking off that top, which was pretty awesome. So
yeah, it was good. I was too bored at home. I started to do something.
I'm thinking of something that I can do.
Nice.
That's gonna be good. Like, to get you guys one up each other, I think it's gonna be great. To see what you can do. So here, it's not often that we get two world champions and 5 European championships together to talk about a race, but here we have it. This was in Philippines. Both of these guys had been to the Philippines before. This was the second RCGP race. I guess, yeah, David, you won the first one. Robert, I think you came 5th in the first one. I'm not sure. I should have checked. I should have checked that. But you, I think you qualified 5th too. I should have went back and checked all the stuff, but it's Monday.
Like always, right?
I know. Joseph's going to be upset about this.
Yeah, right.
But David, we got your thoughts on RCGP last time. So Robert, give us your thoughts when you first heard about RCGP. Like I said, you was a big supporter from the beginning. And how did you feel going into this first race?
It was, I mean, as a race and organized and everything, it's really good. I always said to RCGP crew and all people that they were helping them. All they did, I think, is one of the best championships ever on RC. And I think the idea is super good. I just think we maybe have to find the point to go all more together, all brands and drivers and so on. But I think as idea, it's the way we have to go on RC, because right now we are on a same RC format since long time ago. So I think world changed and everything changed so much. So we need to adapt to this and change ourselves too.
That's kind of like your thoughts as well, David. I wanted to add one thing, Robert. You actually was part of the Beach RC team, which was the only non-chassis team. So this didn't really matter what chassis you ran for. Brent Densford was the sponsor for this, and you got to run. You didn't get to wear the cool Beach RC shirts. Maybe in Austria you did, but I didn't make it in time.
Yeah, in Austria we did. We were.
It was a shame that you was not able to compete in the whole series. We would have loved to have seen Mugen get in, and probably you and Mayfield do this whole series. Who knows? Maybe in 2021 it might change. We'll see what happens. But you did do this, and you did do Austria, and we picked this race because you enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed this race as well. This track was really nice. What did you like about the track and whatnot?
Track was super nice. Since it was similar dirt and surface from the year before, and I already liked so much. It's just different as we used to drive, because it was like super hot and molasses start to become even liquid a little bit. But layout on the jumps and so on, I think it was even better than the year before. And people there is super fun, and atmosphere is super good. So I like always to go to Philippines.
Yeah, David, and that's how about you? We know you love the Philippines and you enjoyed this race. Any thoughts going into this second race?
Yeah, I mean, as Robert said, amazing track and everything. Like I said in the last video we made as well, and winning the first leg, I knew the second one was gonna be the more important one to win. Considering Davide had a second place, I didn't want him to win the last one, obviously, but that's what happened. I think I had a wreck pretty early on, if I remember well, and that kind of put me back already from the start, and he could kind of cruise away like I did in the first leg, even though he came back pretty strong towards the end of the first leg there.
Sweet. Well, I think we should get this started. So what do you guys say? Let's hit play and watch the race. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
That is not always easy.
All right, so here we are, second race. Hey, you know what I noticed about this track? It has a really high driver stand. Is it as high as it looks from video?
Yeah, it's pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really high.
There's Joseph's banner that was hanging off that he didn't see till after the race that would have made him go mental. But yeah, here we are on the start. Ongaro in front, you in second, and Batlle in third.
Yeah,
you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Keenan was wrong.
That's nothing usual.
Again.
Nothing usual. Nothing unusual there. Here we go. Here's the start. It's taking a long time to start this time.
Yep.
A proper stop and go. I still think this is probably one of the hardest part of the track right there. That little hip jump. So there's your Italian friend right there. Robert, you grew up, Davide grew up with you a lot racing in Spain. Here he is in front. It looks like Ronnefalk, you're behind him. So I think you do make a mistake early. You can see you want to hunt him down early too.
That wasn't the plan, really. I mean, I wanted to get out in front and then kind of race it out later, but I guess I make a mistake pretty soon here, if I remember well.
He came up short in that jump. He's like on a mission as well. It's like, I'm going to beat David this time.
For sure, like from the last one, he had a very good pace towards the end. So he was just kind of, riding on that flow, I guess. And obviously he's going very quick. So definitely difficult to keep up. I think we were similar speed once we were like in our best grooves. But he had the edge on me in this one. He's always very fast out of the gate, though, in the finals, usually.
Robert, you're back in fifth. You're usually known for your longer races and being a long race, like coming to the end of coming under the end of a race. How do you adapt to these shorter, quicker 15-minute races?
It was at least the two events I attended. It was quite crazy. Like if you were in the top spots, maybe it was a little bit easier, but if you were like from 3 to 7, things like that, it was like a rumble sometimes.
Yeah, but it was very intense.
Yeah, the thing is like when you crash or get touched or something on the first laps, it's quite difficult to come back to the top spots because we were like quite close. Maybe Davide and David, they were a little bit faster than us, but I think from 3 to 6 or from 3 to 7, we had a really similar pace. So any small mistake or crash or something you have, it's just crazy.
Yeah, David, you've made your mistake here. You made it early. Cole's getting out to a good second place.
Cole
Robert,
drove really well in this one.
Yeah, and McBride too. McBride is he amazes me because he doesn't really race down in Australia with much higher competition, and he's still able to come and compete at higher. And he doesn't travel much, so yeah.
I know he loves. He really likes our car. I've been writing a little bit with him, and he really likes how the car handles, and especially like I remember when I posted my RCGP setup from US after the race there, he tried it back in Australia and he told me, damn, I should have this setup on my car in the States. So yeah, he really likes the car for sure. I don't know what's gonna happen with Infinity releasing a car or not, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah. Maybe he wants to keep running the HP.
Maybe. Robert, you're in fourth now, and you're right on McBride's tail. I meant to ask, what tires were you using for this race, Robert?
I was using hot race, Amazonia medium, I guess. I think here I had better. Yeah, I think I had better pace than McBride on this part of race. Yeah. But on that track, it was so difficult to overtake. But
What made it so difficult to overtake? Was it just that it was just too fast and it was not too fast, but really fast and
I think
small
it's
lanes?
yeah, quite jumpy, and all turns are really consecutive. So if you wanted to overtake, like if you didn't want to touch another driver, it was quite difficult.
This is a really good race.
I think the best set, like the best where and place to make a pass was probably like right before the finish line. If you could jump tight inside, and the guy in front would go wide, you could kind of block that inside. But yeah, I mean, here you can see I'm making quite a few mistakes here. I mean, I know I had to win. Hungary is 7-8 seconds ahead, and I still got to pass a couple of drivers here. So yeah, it was a long shot to be able to get this one for sure.
And it looks like Canas was very impressive in this race too. He was impressive in the whole series, to be honest. And I think he did well. Yes, we have the 50-50 incident, but this was he was doing good at this race.
Yeah, I think he's been driving really well lately. I mean, since last year, since early last year.
Yeah, you've known Canas pretty much all his racing career, Robert. What do you think's changing his driving now that is he just getting older and driving more, or what is it?
No, he's just getting older, and he's getting used to the new package he got last year. But he was already fast with the Mugen, and he was close to the World's final in Australia, and he was also really fast everywhere he went since 2017, more or less. But now that's true that he started to go super fast last year, and also end of 2019 and beginning of this year, he was really, really fast, and I think he will be fast in the future.
Yeah, you made some mistakes there, Robert. Anything different that you've done to your car setup wise going into this type of track, Robert?
I didn't make really a big difference, right? Just we had a little problem with the tires on that track, just because we didn't have a harder compound, and we had to go with the medium, and I felt not really, really good. And I think on this final, I changed the setup on the rear. I don't remember well. It just
here's a David Robert fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. I'm sure you guys have done this a lot in over the years.
Yeah, it was so much slower than him, but I don't know if it was that final that I changed it, the rear toe in and so on, and the car was super difficult to drive.
Who did you get? Was that Stringer you just went cross?
No, that was McBride.
Yeah.
Oh, was it McBride?
Nice inside pass.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was good.
I still love that bowl section. Then coming up here on this off-camber step section, this track had so many off-camber sections you can't really tell without really looking at these videos. You guys were there, you would know, but it looks a lot harder than it is. For
Definitely
me,
one of my favorite tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was difficult, obviously, to go consistent each and every lap, but it was super fun once you get the flow and everything in the jumps.
It was difficult it was difficult to get the good flow. I mean, if you saw, David was so much faster than me, but now I'm here like 1 or 2 laps, and now I made the mistake, and once you are not really behind the one you have in front of you, then you start to lose so much. But you can go close to another one easy, being behind.
What was you thinking when you jumped that jump? Was you going to jump and just turn right into the top part of the bowl and try to whip, like, just go as fast as you can around him? When you over-jumped that jump just now into the bowl. Where are you? You're back in.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No, I was looking at you on the screen.
No,
you must have come in.
I think I pitted the lap before Robert in this one.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe you made a crash at the same time as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
This was a long time ago.
Oh, you're right behind me now.
Oh, that jump, look.
And Kyle is in front of us.
It's McBride, Batlle, Canas.
So I guess Adrian and Batlle were too slow in the pits because I was in front of Kyle going into the pit, and he came out in front of me.
Your dad didn't go to this race, didn't he?
No,
Or
he
did
wasn't there.
Okay.
No, he couldn't go. So I had Adrian there, and I think Pele Kolmsey, the Danish,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
using HP last year. He was helping me in the pit for this one.
Looks like Kyle made a mistake, and as you guys battling again, you guys had a great race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't remember. I was like,
Yeah, here I was just, I mean, I knew that, you know, anything can happen, right? So I was trying to get second, so starting to push here towards the end for sure. I mean, obviously already like before halfway, I knew that Ongaro was way too far in front, so I needed something to happen to his car to be able to win. So I just
Yeah,
wanted to get that second place, and then, you know, if something happened to him, I would get the first, but yeah, it didn't. So
and you ain't too far behind, Robert, and it looks like Canas is catching you up as well. Where he
yeah,
was.
yeah, he was close on the last lap. I don't know if he cries now because I didn't see.
yeah, he's 2 seconds back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what's going through your mind right now, Robert? Are you like, I'm just going to try and catch David, or are you saying
No, I mean, I was okay with the fourth place for sure.
mhm.
I mean, I don't remember as well, but watching the race, I was quite so much lower than David. So I guess I was just looking Canas and trying to get the fourth spot, which would be okay, because on that moment I didn't know if I would make the RCGP all year or not.
Mhm.
So I just said, okay, I will make a good result if we are all year, so a fourth will be okay.
Or you was thinking about the next day with the 60-minute race, where that's kind of like your specialty, the longer mains.
Yeah, also the longer main. I think I finished third or something on the longer main. I didn't remember well. I think it was third.
Yeah, I think you were third. Yeah.
Do you set up your cars for to be better at the end of the main when you race? Because it seems that you'd be all right for the first 30 minutes, and then after that, when it's an hour-long main or 45-minute main, you seem to get some speed and be able to pull it all together near the end. From what I've seen.
It's more
I
about
think,
tires
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you know, you try to get the feeling of the car like you want it, and then obviously for some tracks you need just to put a harder compound for the main because of the duration of it. But I mean, more or less, if you keep the same thread pattern, just go a harder compound. The only thing that will happen is maybe you'll lose a little grip in the start, but it will come in, you know, the longer you run because
Yeah.
it gets hot. So yeah, just working to get the car feeling like you want, and then maybe if the track is wearing much, you can go up to a harder compound for the main.
Wow. Is that Joseph?
Yeah.
Is that Joseph? Yeah. Wow. He's
He
not
probably
behind
messes
him.
this
But...
shit up again. I'm coming here
Cole's
behind him,
flying,
and I'm
dude.
trying to catch Cole here.
Let's see if Joseph lets you by, or if he
Probably
makes you
not.
fight for it. Oh, Cole makes another mistake. He was doing so well, then he just started making random mistakes. Look at Joseph. What is he gonna do? Let's
Yeah,
see.
so here was a funny thing, because like I remember, I think me and Cole was next to each other on the driver's stand, and like at this point he's like, should I let you by? Because he didn't know what was the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I just told him, like, you know, just keep going, because I knew it was the win in the second main was the more important one. So I didn't tell him to let me by or anything. And this is what I guess Mauro thought, that, you know, Adrian told Cole, because I think Cole makes a mistake here on the last lap and I get by for second. And Mauro, I think he thought that Adrian told Cole to let me by so I could get second, which means that Mauro didn't even know the tiebreaker either, because I guess Mauro thought it was the time that was the tiebreaker. Because I mean, if he knew the rules, he wouldn't get pissed, but he got pissed because he didn't check the rules. And, you know, Davide was the winner because he won the more important main. But yeah, just a funny funny thing there after the main. Adrian and Mauro got into it pretty hard in Italian there. Couldn't understand
Really?
everything, but
I think this whole series got blood boiling. I don't know what happened here at Philippines. I'm waiting for the docu-series to come out, but it definitely looked like in Fairhing, oh man, it looked like Barufalo kind of got on everybody's nerves. So
yeah,
I don't know. But you know what? Even if Cole did let you by, this is team racing and team rule. Like this in F1,
Yeah, it's
they have
teamwork.
Yeah, if you're like the leader or whatever, or
Yep.
you can win. I guess I would put in team orders as well.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that
that's
the
what I
first.
mean.
It's always
Go ahead.
same.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, but I mean all the RC races are. I think everyone is like into motorsport in general. So like
Mhm.
I'm sure plenty of people watch the F1 and they all know that team calls are a part of the sport. And in this kind of series where you race for the championship and you have like a big, I think it was like $10,000 or whatever to the team for the overall win. Of course, team calls can
Of
happen.
course.
So.
And Joseph did let you buy pretty good. Surprisingly, he actually.
He probably crashed.
No, he kind of. We had this argument on the last race, but he kind of went over. He didn't make you fight for it, but yeah. I mean, Cole's still doing good. You made some mistakes early, a few corners behind too. Like you missed that jump section before the straightaway.
Yeah.
So just looks like he was pushing hard, and when you push hard like that, that's when you make more mistakes. But
Yeah, I mean, I checked the times here. So right now I'm like 13.3 seconds behind Batlle, and that's pretty much what I was behind before going into the first pit stop or the pit stop that I did. So I'm keeping same distance here to Davide. So I think, I mean, our speed was pretty much the same, just the mistake separating us in this one. Yeah, that's the mistake that Cole made. So it wasn't like he was, he
No,
let me
it
by.
was not on purpose for sure.
No, no. But I'm sure
Good stuff.
Mauro didn't see what happened. He just saw that I finished second.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's Mauro right there. He looks heated. There you go. Let's hear what you guys have to say on her. Let's bring up when they come to Davide and Batlle. Robert, you just settled in for your fourth, man. That was a good fourth, I would say. Them guys were.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't comfortable with the car. On Sunday, it was better for sure, but still not good pace this time. But it was good.
Let's hear what Davide has to say.
RCGP World Series because you were fast enough.
Yeah, now the car was really good, tire also. I made a couple of mistakes about the nervous, but I'm really happy to win this first round here, so all good.
You got out in the lead and you seemed to stroke it away again. How tense were you? You had to get a time.
A lot, especially to make no mistakes and drive safe just to take the win.
Thank you indeed. And now let's go to the HB team. David, well, you are second on countback. The first third of the race just didn't go your way, did it?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I crashed there on the completely wrong spot. I mean, you cannot crash in the first couple of laps because, you have the train with cars behind you and the marshal cannot really get to your car, and that's what happened. And, I probably lost around 10 seconds to Ongar there on the first 3 laps or whatever. After that, I ran pretty strong. I came back. And yeah, my car was good in the end. Yeah, just that mistake. And I guess I lost on every tie so far this weekend, so why not do it again here? Tomorrow I'll get him.
Hey, David, you was way more in control of your breath this interview. The first round, you was like pumped up and you was gasping, so you was way more relaxed than this one. So good job,
I mean,
man.
For sure, yeah. I mean, like I said there, I think that the tiebreaker for that, in qualifying that day, I think me and Davide was like separated by tenths of a second, and like every time we were on the same tenth, he would be like 200ths of a second faster than me. So he got the TQ like super close all day, and then losing again, we had the same points. He got the win in the more important one, but we both had a 1 and 2 in the main. So just a little frustrating, but yeah, I kept cool there and was aiming for the endurance race on Sunday there.
Explain, because I didn't even know, which is not surprisingly, how the first race was more important than the second one.
No, the opposite. So the first, I mean the sprint races. So it was like motocross. So you have the 2 races, and whoever wins the second one, if there's a tie, that is the more important one to win.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Shows how much I pay attention.
So I mean, I could have the faster time in the first main, but Davide won the second one. It would still be his win because it was more important to win the second one.
Robert, what did you learn from this race that you applied, if you can remember, what you applied into the next day of racing? Because this was all new, heads-up qualifying for you guys, reverse order, because this is when they kind of reversed the complete order. So if you finish first, you started last, and vice, So how did you apply what you learned on the Saturday going into Sunday?
I don't remember well now, but I think for the 1 hour main, I went on harder shock oils and so on. Because at the beginning, the car was a little better than at the end on Saturday. So I started to go up on oils like shocks and diffs. And I think also we changed something on tires. I don't remember if it was like insert, something like that it worked better also. But I really don't remember exactly right now. But yeah, it was something similar.
How about you, David? What did you learn from the sprint races? And I would say qualifying. Did you apply any different methods into qualifying on the second day?
Yeah, I got them to change the rules because I think I don't know if this was after the Philippine, 2 races, or if it was on Saturday I did this, but I think it was Sunday. So like because they reversed the order of the starting grid, for the next qualifier you're gonna do. So it happened so that I had I think I had the plug in the battery coming loose in one of the qualifiers, so I had to bring the car in and plug it back in, which meant I was like dead last in the qualifier. And in the qualifying races, you get a point for the championship if you won the race. So knowing they would reverse the grid, I just pulled back into the pit because then I knew I would be last and I would be starting first in the next one with Davide and Robert and Cole and all these guys starting from the back.
Right.
So I knew if I just pulled in, I would start first. So I pulled in, I started first, and then the next qualifier, I took the win by, a bunch of seconds because they were struggling to get through the field. And after that, they changed the rules so that you don't
all qualifying counted or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, because you had like a throwout. Yeah. So even though I finished last in that one, it didn't count because they had 3 out of 4 or whatever it was. And then after they said that all 4 counts because then nobody can do that same thing. That's and what I remember.
I think in fairing was it in fairing that they went to where the top, I think it was 14 races. So the top 7 switched positions and then the bottom 7 stayed in the same positions.
Yeah.
I think that's fair because pretty good. It's hard to come back from on that track, especially from the back. So yeah, you made them change the rules, Viking. Who told you? Or did Joseph get on you about that?
Yep.
Or was it David? Did he? Did he say it in Finnish or Swedish?
I told Joseph I made it on purpose, and then he's like, "Oh, we gotta change this."
Sounds about right. All right. Well, these races go by so fast, but I think they're so intense, and I really enjoy the hour-long mains. I think we're gonna have to do one here soon, but it takes an hour-long main is gonna take a while to do, but no problem. Anything you wanted to add before we go on? We're going into 2020 here. It doesn't look like we're gonna get much racing. Hopefully, this RCGP starts in 21. We'll see how it goes, but I think it was a great start for the series, man. It had to compete with Silver State on the same day, unfortunately. But I think, wow, it was exciting. And you can even see in this video, they still hadn't had the intros done. So I think the next day they got all the nice intros and everything done. So it was nice, man. A lot of work, a lot of planning going into it. And I know you guys were kind of there from the beginning. So it must have felt kind of fulfilling to see this all come into fruition as well.
Yeah, for sure. They did a good job, and I'm sure they will improve, for 2021 as well.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Robert, would you like to say anything before we conclude this?
Yeah, right now, I just hope all people stay safe and healthy. Yeah. That's the first point, because at least I don't know when we will race again. I hope soon for sure. Here in Spain, they're starting to say like maybe we can go out from home in May, which is good, because I think I don't remember the last time I've been more than 1 month without a radio in my hands, but it happened to me now and I don't feel quite good, sincerely. I just need to drive a little bit, but I think right now this is the first point for all people, and after that it's just starting to race whatever, like nationals and Euros, Worlds, whenever. I would go even in December. I don't care about racing right now.
Yeah.
But for sure, EFRA and RCGP and IFMAR, everyone will will make a good job and we'll have racing again. And I hope better than before.
Yeah. I hope the Euros happen too, because it's in Ronnefalk this year, and I love watching the racing from that track. So
I don't think
be
we
interesting.
will do it
Yeah.
on the date. It's
No.
99% they will cancel, but they don't know if they want to make it like November or they will make at the beginning of 2021, or I don't know.
Because weather is still okay in Alicante at the time, right?
Yeah, we can do it in September or October. It will be okay.
Yeah.
It will be not super bad. I think it will be even better because at the end of July.
Yeah, it's hot.
Remember last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and me need some redemption on that track. For
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yes. For
I
sure.
mean, you got nail race though.
Yeah, that's true.
I had the same shit happen there.
Also, nationals, you had the strength race too.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah, you have no
qualifying.
luck at that race, dude.
No,
Yeah.
not at the race, at the track. There's
Yeah, at the
something with the track
track,
that kind of,
Yeah.
makes something fail for me.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you, David. Thank you, Robert. And thank you to everybody that listens. And yeah, good stuff. We got to figure out what we're going to do next week, what race we're going to do next week. We'll see.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.